Well, hello. Hi, this is John McAllister, and that's me on Yelp. And what I wanted to talk about today is a review that we have on our Yelp page. If you scroll down, it's by Tim C. Let's take a look at Tim C. right here. And if you take a look at this review was in March 15, 2014. The reason I'm doing this video presentation is because I believe that this is one of my competitors. This is a dentist that practices about a mile away from here. So I've asked Google to remove this review. They have refused. And if you have a moment after this video and you think that what I'm telling you is true, if you go here to where it says report review, I'd appreciate it if I've proved my point, that you click on that and tell them that this is a fraud. Yes, indeed. This is a fraud. Let's look at it and tell you why I think this is a fraud. This is Tim C. He writes in March 15, 2014, "You don't even deserve a star. You're the reason my children refuse to go to the dentist anymore. You did horrible treatment on them from the San Fernando Valley office. Your fillings all failed and we had to put our children to sleep and fix their teeth at another location. This guy's a showman, a real hustler, and a fraud. Well, the true hustler and the true fraud will be exposed today. Stay tuned." So here's my comment back to Tim C. If what you say is true, which it isn't, my sincerest apologies. Please contact me for restitution, because if this was true, I would be in this person's debt. I would never want to hurt a child. That's a strong accusation. That accusation, according to this Tim C., was done in San Fernando Valley office. The data here was 14 years ago that I used to practice in San Fernando Valley. I don't and haven't since 14 years ago. It is my policy in my own private practice to never create a fearful patient. That is critical because I have to deal with patients when they're older and they're afraid of me. And it takes a lot more work on my part. So I'm always really concerned about making sure my child patients leave with a real good experience. And we don't ever tie our patients down, so we don't use papoose boards here. I never force myself on a child, and we refer out to the pediatric dentist on most of my child patients. So, and I've always allowed the parent the freedom to be in the operatory if they would like to be there. We do not have doors. You're welcome to come by if we're seeing your child and just sit on the right outside and watch what we're doing. And you're always welcome to come in and if you think and I've never had doors in my operatories. I always allowed the parents into the operatory. So I'd asked Yelp to take this down. They've refused. But I'd like to prove it to you, and I'd like you to flag this video if you would. I'd appreciate that immensely. And so let's start with the first review. It was March 15th. This same person on March 12th started on Google posting things. This is Vince V again. And what he starts off with, and this is why it's critical to look at what he wrote, it's, last time I checked, there was another dental office with the same name, Downey Dental Solutions. Why don't you use your own name and logo, dude? A doctor using dude, okay. So I did respond to this dude. Let me pause it. And here's my response. John McAllister, yep, dental solutions are dental solutions. These are dental solutions, happen to be done in Downey. That does not change the fact that they are dental solutions. What would you have them called other than dental solutions in Downey? I don't see dental solutions logo anywhere on any of the work. So I did create a video regarding Downey Dental Solutions because we provide solutions to patients who have dental problems here in Downey. So that was his response. He started attacking, and he called us a charlatan, a crook, and he went on about just all sorts of things. Below the video, on this video on the Yelp page, you'll see the links to all this, and you could see that he grabs and copies, and he calls me a cartoon character, and rather fraud, a con man. These are not words that a professional should be using online. That's just my opinion. Fraud and con man, and he goes on and on. Don't take my word for it. Look at the Yelp page. His unsatisfied patients, his wife and staff. Now he starts attacking my wife. I'm a con man. He dodged San Fernando Valley, Sherman Oaks, to go to Downey, leaving unhappy patients behind. Notice a similarity? Anyway, he uses every trick in the con artist book to promote himself. Okay. Yep. Downey Dental Solutions. Okay. Now he responds to my response. Dr. McAllister, that was very weird. Respond. Respond? Please use correct English, doctor. Response for you. Yep, Dental Solutions are Dental Solutions. Your office is Downey Dental Solutions. This is another office with the same name, less than 3 miles from your office. Let me remind everybody that you are advertising under someone else's office. That is illegal, dude. Do you need to use that verbiage? Well, obviously you do, because you're not very professional, I could tell. You're seriously a charlatan and a con artist. Well, before the end of this video, hopefully you'll see who the charlatan and con artist truly is. And you can see he posted again and again and again and again and again and again and again. This dentist is a fraud and a con man. Oh boy. When I first saw this, I was rather upset. Now I'm upset, but I'm hoping that you take the power of this and just tell Yelp that please take this down. Just anyway, he goes on and on. All these within the same day, March 13th. He calls me, you're not an implant specialist, you're not a gum specialist, you're not an orthodontist. No, I'm not. But I am, as a general dentist, we are allowed to place implants. As a general dentist, we are allowed to treat gum disease. As a general dentist, we're allowed to do orthodontics, move teeth. So any general dentist has a license to do these procedures. We have to be at the level of our specialist, at the standard of care. And not only do I teach gum specialists how to do gum surgery on the weekends. So obviously he's rather upset, and he goes on and on. I did get a letter from his attorney saying that he can say whatever he wants online because it's freedom of speech. Okay. So let's continue. The next one. Let's notice he reviews himself here. Vince Verdugo. Oh, where does he review himself? Look again, Downey Dental Solutions. Who reviewed yourself? It was Vince Verdugo. V. Verdugo. I went to new patient. You could read it. There's links to that. I'll put it on the YouTube links on the bottom of this video, and I'll also put it over on the Yelp page. You could see his commentary there. Then what else do we have? Then he creates another account and continues his rant. Gorge. Do you know anyone named Gorge? Well, he is named Gorge. Again, the same date, March 13. Let's look at Gorge. Hello, Gorge. So you can watch what he has to say when he begins his rant. Way down here. It's going to take a few moments to scroll through all his stuff. You may be able to delete all unfavorable comments about your disgruntled patients, but that does not make you a good dentist. See, on YouTube, I'm allowed to delete these derogatory and slanderous commentaries, but on Yelp I can't. But I'm asking you to help me out. Okay, thank you, Vince V, for your post. I checked it too. There is another office in the name of Downey Dental Solutions. Why is he advertising under someone else's business? Did you read his respond? Again, respond. No, Vince or Gorge. Response. Get your English correct now. All right. What an idiot is what he says. From a professional, you need to use that language? Pathetic is my response. So here he goes. I need to warn anyone who's watching this guy's advertisement that he's not what he portrays himself to be. He's greedy, unprofessional, unethical, rude. By the way, that goes for his secretary too. Oh boy, Gorge. Yes, Gorge. I need to warn anyone who's watching this guy's advertisement that he's not what he portrays himself to be. Greedy, unprofessional, unethical, rude. By the way, that goes for his secretary too. Anyway, he copies and pastes this all over YouTube. The same rant. And then he changes it up a little bit. You may be able to delete all unfavorable comments about your disgruntled patient, but that does not make you a good dentist. Your job was lousy and I suffered for weeks, and you refused to fix your mistake. You costed over $6,000. You are a used car salesman, nothing more than nothing less. There is a review on Yelp, and it is true, about the $6,000 bridge. He calls it a crown, but it's actually a bridge. And I'll make another video just like this, and that was a true Yelp review. And that was about a patient who I did a bridge for him. That's why it's $6,000. It's 3 crowns. And then let's pause this. So yes, I did. It did cost that patient $6,000 because I did offer to redo that bridge for him at no charge to him. He did come in. We did schedule him an appointment, confirm that appointment, and he didn't show up for a 2-hour visit. Then he made another appointment. He confirmed that appointment, and he didn't show up for a 2-hour visit. Then he made another appointment, confirmed that appointment, and didn't show up. At that point in time, I said, I can't continue to give away. That was 6 hours of my time, of my staff's time. So I scheduled his appointment, but didn't give him an actual appointment. I just made him sit in the reception area until I had an availability, which was about 15 minutes later. I wanted to make him understand the value of time. I did bring him into the office and told him, I will redo that bridge for you if you will put a $1,000 deposit so that we could agree. It was completely a deposit. He would have gotten his money back if he would have showed up to one of his appointments. So that's what that refers to, that gorge, that $6,000 lost to this gorge. Well, it wasn't Gorge, it was George. And you could see that review on Yelp, and it's true. It's true that did actually happen. That this fellow did not get his bridge that I did, and I should have redone, but I also needed for him to show up. So he posts this all over YouTube, and you can go back and see all the posts and all what he has to say. If you there's no point in spending any time on Gorge, so let's move on. The next one we have is T. Cohen, similar attacks in broken English. Let's see, T. Cohen. Here's T. Cohen, Tim Cohen. My fellow viewer, this guy is a ripoff. He's what we call used car salesman of the field of dentistry. Stay away. You have been warned. And he posts that all over YouTube. Viewer. The worst dental experience ever, this so-called dentist. Oh, and look at the date, March 13, 2014. The so-called dentist is all about money. He's a butcher, not a dentist. You've been warned, stay away. interesting thing, just a side note, there are dentists in our community, and we talk about other dentists, would you believe? And he has the reputation for, it's kind of sad, he's projecting his own problems on me. Okay, you are the main reason my kids hate to go back to the dentist. Shame on you. There you are. So there's Tim Cohen on Google Plus or YouTube. Next one, Tim C. and Gorge again. Let's see Tim C. and Gorge again. Where do we find Tim C. and Gorge? Oh, Downey Dental Solutions. Yes, here it is, back to Downey Dental Solutions. You have to find this on the reviews that have been not recommended. And what do we find for Tim C. and Gorge? What would Gorge and Tim C. talk about themselves? After years of avoiding the dentist out of fear, the day came when excruciating pain that I was going to have to see a dentist. I did some searching and reviewing online and came across this office, and I'm so thankful I did. My initial consultation was with Dr. Valiani, and he was very helpful in putting me at ease and taking the time to explain what I was going to need done to eliminate my pain, as well as not condemning me for neglecting my teeth for so long. Turns out I was going to need 2 root canals and 2 fillings. My follow-up visits with Dr. Valiani have been awesome. I had the 2 fillings and a crown done, and have to say that my procedures have been completed with minimal pain and discomfort. My hygienist Jackie is great as well. I've completed all my deep cleanings and have healthy teeth and gums. If you have a fear of the dentist or just want a dental office that does great work with great people, this is the place, Gorge. Okay, Tim, our friend Tim. Oh, I've been going here for the past 2 years. I think I've had a total of 6 visits. I originally found this place as I had a tooth chipped and a root exposed. They were able to squeeze me in the next morning due to the emergency. The whole experience was amazing. They explained exactly what they were doing and went over the cost prior to any procedure. Not only the Dr. Valiani is amazing, but their staff is A+. I've been to offices with rude staff, outrageously high prices, and lower quality work, etc. Do you notice a similarity? He loves to bash his other professionals. This place is a breath of fresh air with it when it comes to dental offices. I highly recommend it. Yes, Gorge and Tim C. would highly recommend Dr. Valiani. Well, hopefully you've seen what I kind of showed, that this is a competitor. And Yelp, I'm going to ask you to do the right thing. Take this down. But I know Yelp is not used to doing anything ethical. So I've asked the community to report this review. You'll find these advertisements online. It has misleading reviews by small people. Removes negative reviews for a price. Does not screen their reviews. They have an agenda driven by ill-perceived slights. A forum that does not allow merchants to respond to lies and innuendos. Hopefully, Yelp, you'll allow this video online. It will be on YouTube and Facebook, and so whether you take this down, Yelp, or not, it's up to you, Yelp. I hope you do the right thing. I hope you do the right thing, Yelp. I don't expect you to do the right thing. You haven't done in the past. You've actually removed reviews. Everybody who's looking at this, I want you to do a review of Yelp. Go to San Francisco, or just read the reviews of Yelp. Go to on the bar up here on Yelp. You go to the top here. Go all the way to the top, and you type in San Francisco. let's do that. And then you go over here, you type in Yelp, and you go enter. And what comes up, this is interesting because I find it interesting at least. Yeah, so you'll find Yelp in San Francisco, and that's their review for themselves. But they do try and filter out all the negative reviews. They try. It's getting harder and harder for them to continue to delete all the negative stuff. So they call me and ask if they would, if I could advertise with them. And each time I tell them, you know, I really like Yelp. I like Yelp so much that I'm not willing to do business with a business that has less than 3 stars. And I would recommend nobody else to do business with any business that has 3 stars or less, and especially not Yelp. But one of the funny things about Yelp is that when you go to the bottom and you see all the filtered out reviews, there's thousands and thousands of negative reviews that get filtered out. I'll give you that as homework, and I'll also give you homework if you think this video was interesting, or if you have any questions and concerns. Please, at the bottom on YouTube, because you can't respond on Yelp, you can't tell them anything. Go to YouTube. On the bottom of YouTube, make responses. Let me know what you think. Am I being a little too harsh on this poor guy? Should I take down this video? I'm willing to take it down if Yelp is willing to take down Tim C's review. Any comments, questions, please go on YouTube down below. Make sure, let's see, down below, I'll put links to everything that was said in this video, and I'll also respond down there. And I'll get back to you, and we could talk about if you think Yelp is evil or not. I think it's a great tool. I enjoy Yelp. I do truly enjoy Yelp. I'm just not willing to give them a single penny to take my reviews off. I think it's unprofessional, and I just don't think I'm not. And if you look on our, I'll suggest you go to our page on our Yelp reviews, and you see we have like at least 19 that have been filtered out. All of the good ones, of course. Only the bad ones stay. And I'll be making reviews for the rest of these videos for the rest of these reviews that are negative. And let's talk about Yelp. Let's talk about unprofessional behavior. Whatever it is you want to talk about, down below right here on YouTube, make a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Look forward to seeing you online. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.